never saw Red Dead, the remake of Red Dead. No, Red Dead, Red Dawn. Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Right. But I hadn't seen the original Red Dawn in many, many years, probably since in my early 20s, right? And you were telling me that Red Dawn isn't good. Why?
Well, I did the remake, which is the movie's fine. I'm just terrible in it. The original I didn't see till we finished the movie because I was like, I don't want to be infiltrated by any, I want to make sure my performance is pristine. And so I watch it like a week after we get home from filming. And by the way, at this time, it's 2008. So it's been it's been so hyped to me by everyone who worked on the film because they're all 40 and 50-year-old dudes.
Right.
Who watched it at a time where it felt so real.
Let me see. Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Dude, I play his brother. What a
You're
mistake.
Chris Hemsworth brother.
Oh, amazing.
What was the casting director thinking?
Yeah.
Josh Hutcherson.
Hutcherson, yeah.
Wow. Who else? That's it. Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
I'm sure everyone's
wow.
great. But how was he? What was he like?
The best.
Oh, yeah, he seems so nice.
Man, it's not fair.
Yeah.
So he had booked Thor, but he didn't go to shoot it for 6 months after.
Oh, wow.
So this is pre-Thor, working out, eating protein, being super Australian. He used to call me and Josh Hutcherson his cubs.
Oh.
So we'd be hanging out in the middle of scenes, resting. He'd be like, "Oi, tired cubs." We'd be at the lunch line and he'd be like, "Oh, hungry cubs." And I'd be like,
That's great.
he was the best. He's the nicest. And I was so intimidated because here I am, right? I lost 120 pounds.
Yeah.
I had dreamed of being in a movie like this.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Which
this
one
part.
are you? The one on the right?
Yeah, the stoic one in the beanie.
Yeah, that's you. Wow. Okay.
And I just shank it from day one because I tried to be Chris Hemsworth when all they needed me to be was Josh Peck.
So what do you mean? Your performances, the director would be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
No, I wish he had said that. They just let me shank it. I wish someone had said, "What are you doing?"
Oh, right.
I wish someone had been like, "Less."
Yeah.
Less.
Less. Yeah. It's funny. It's like, a lot of times when they don't give you notes and you're going through your gut instinct, I always think to myself, I know I'm doing it wrong, but no one's saying anything.
Ooh.
And you know what I mean? I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I guess I could just keep doing what I'm doing because they're happy, but I think instinctually it's wrong.
But don't you feel equally? I know that on the days where you get a lot of notes, you're also not happy.
But it generally turns out that they're right. When you watch it later,
Yeah.
it's frustrating, when especially when they don't give you the right, they're not clear about it. Fast but sweet. And you're like, what?
How do you do fast but sweet? Show me fast but sweet.
So I really think that I really like you.
That was fast.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what. A lot of people's notes are slower or faster, right?
Yeah. Those I find are good notes.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just very direct.
It's direct, yeah. What's a difficult note, you think?
When there's just too much talking. Imagine a time in your life, fuck off.
Yeah.
Enough. Just
Yeah.
I like things. I got a note once. It was just more gravitas. I'm like, I think I know what that word is.
Oh, right.
But or my friend who's a great director, he always says I try to give actionable notes. So I'll say take care of her, in the scene.
Yeah, that I can understand that. The other day I did the History of the World. I don't know if it's a movie or TV show, but it was Ike Barinholtz and Nick Kroll, and on paper it was only a couple of lines, and they were like, "All right, so say this," and they would give me I'm not kidding you, 30 things to say. All right, action. Specific things, right? And it was just so hard to you know what I mean? I at one point I had to go, "You guys, stop the cameras, right? Let's go off to the side and just tell me exactly, and let me say it first." But it's sometimes it's super stressful, and you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know why I went on the tangent. I apologize. My point is that about Red Dawn, right? Is what it's called. The first one, it was Russians attacking. Do you guys know the premise?
No.
I don't.
Okay, so basically, I don't know, it's Kansas or some Midwestern town. Am I right?
I think so. The new one, it was Washington State. I don't know if that's in the original.
Okay, so it's somewhere in mid-America.
Okay.
Colorado.
Colorado, right? And all of a sudden, the Russians just take over America.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how many, they can't even take over Ukraine. Right? Like, they have a problem with Kyiv. Imagine New York City.
Right.
Imagine Compton.
Yeah.
Right? Like, good luck.
Yeah.
You're dead. You know what I mean? Right? I mean, it's like,
They parachute in. They parachute in. So
Right.
It is
you see all
parachuting,
these parachutes.
I remember, I think I remember a scene where the kids are in school and one kid just looks out and goes, look at all the people in the parachutes.
Yeah.
And all these Russians are parachuting in, right? And then I remember Harry Dean Stanton was in it. I think that's one of the reasons why I like it.
Swayze,
Swayze's in
Charlie
it.
Sheen,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey. Yeah. Who
They
else
had
is?
to work together again
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
before. Or
I think it was
after?
before.
before?
Because I think
Maybe
Jennifer.
that's why they hated each other then on Dirty Dancing.
Oh, did they hate each other?
Well, because Jennifer Grey was in high school. She played a high school person in the show, so
Right.
it must have been before. I think. And I just remember Harry Dean Stanton was. Yeah, there they are.
Wow.
Wow.
What's her name?
C. Thomas Howell,
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson. What a cast!
What a guy.
And I remember there was a scene where Harry Dean Stanton is in some sort of internment camp. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Like a what do you call
Prisoner of War.
it? Prisoner of war.
Yeah.
And he's behind these bars and he's telling Patrick Swayze what to do. You know what I mean? It was a heartbreaking thing, but in retrospect, the whole premise is absurd. So now in yours, is it the same Russians?
No, originally it was China, and then they changed it to North Korea.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
So
just had-
North Koreans just coming in parachutes?
Yeah.
wait. Let me ask you something. They changed it to North Korea after you shot it?
I think like
They just had Asians on set.
Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. I can change it to whatever, Cambodia, whatever.
halfway through they made a big we were halfway through filming and they were like, we're gonna I was like, it's a lot of new pages.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
because they wanted this movie to be distributed in China.
I imagine that was a consideration.
Oh, wow. That's interesting to me. So, had they shot Asians halfway during the movie, or was it just before the attack?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
How many Asians were in this movie, and why didn't you get a call?
How about that, right?
I know.
How about that?
Wow.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think in a North Korean, a Korean, right? Because it's not just Ken Jeong and Daniel Day Kim flying down. They need thousands, right?
lot.
Yeah.
Right. Why didn't I get a call? But
What were you in 09? Were you just working for Joe Pitka? What was his name?
no. In 2009, I was
What were you doing?
on Mad TV.
Yeah.
I think 2000. No, I had just gone off Mad TV, and I was unhireable.
Because of the shitting in the office.
I don't know. I just was unhireable.
Can we see the Asians that were cast on that Red Dawn? Please?
Yeah.
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
it up.
Please, yeah.
I'll find it.
Find it. Was
This
it?
is and
Was the movie bad?
here's the thing.
Okay.
I shanked it. And I knew, I equated to being a pyromaniac hanging out outside of a lighter shop. I was like, I'm going to fucking burn this thing down. And I did.
Yeah.
From day one.
But isn't that your perception?
Stop it.
No. No.
Because I got a lot of that for the next, ready? So I get a lot of that for the months after the movie. Editing does wonders. You actors, you're all in your head.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It wasn't as if I finished the
You
test.
read articles that saying that you were terrible in the movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I'm really
I
bad
love this
at it.
actor. But
William Lee's awesome.
William Lee was the main Korean.
Yeah, William Lee
He's
was
awesome.
the main
Okay.
bad dude.
So one.
He was the captain. Everyone was extras.
We'll just CGI him 1,000 times. They're not gonna-
It's a bunch of William Lees.
yeah. Who's gonna? Yeah. All right. So.
Nosotros papaya to you, my friends, the sleepers of the Slept Kingdom. We have a very, very, very special episode today. We have the return of fan favorite Harlan Williams. Also, if you want to help out the show, make sure you use our sponsor codes, viore.com/belly, brooklinen.com. Use promo code Tiger20 to get $20 off, plus free shipping on your purchase of $100 or more. And also, BetterHelp. Get 10% off of their first month at www.betterhelp.com/belly. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, click that QR code or scan it, actually, to get your free Tiger Belly collectible, or hit the link down below in the description. Enjoy the show.
Oh, you're getting him all the zoomies now. He probably can't stay.
Gotta get him up. Bring him up.
He's getting the zoom.
I think we might have to put him down, is what I think.
Yeah. You want to eat him?
I think just put him to sleep.
Yeah. What would you do with them? Just you would stuff them. We could stuff them.
We could stuff him.
Yeah. What'd you fill them with? What would you fill them with? Cheetos?
Probably stovetop.
Stove. Oh, stove stop.
Yeah, that's
Stuffing.
cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he'd smell good, but he'd be dead.
Yeah.
And it would remind me of a family gathering. I love your hat, guy.
Hey, guy.
Guy, for
Yeah.
real guy.
Guy.
Should I can it up?
You don't like cans or no?
Oh, I live for cans.
Yeah, put them on. You put them on the other way
Two
because.
words, Raquel Welch. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you maybe do it
I
the other way so the
remember her.
wire's
right.
not? Yeah.
Twist
You
your
look
sister.
dumb.
I got
You
it.
look dumb that way.
Twist your sister.
Yeah. Twister Sister. Good band in the 80s, man.
Oh, man, that guy's hair looked like Cher stuffed on a landmine in Princess Diana's living room.
Exactly like that. bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Wow. What's up?
We got Zilla. We got
Yeah, yeah.
hands. We
Yeah.
got the crush, bro.
Yeah, we can talk about the crush in a second.
Wait, show the T-shirt.
I will when I
yeah,
introduce them
okay.
and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Party.
What do you mean?
It's just like there's a party happening.
There's
right
no
now.
party here, bud.
Bro, I'm partying hard right now.
You are, I've been to your parties. I like them.
You've been.
We've been.
Yeah, you-
Yes,
Oh,
I
you went to one.
remember.
It was- yeah.
Power Slam.
At 4th of July.
Yeah, I got slammed real
You
bad
got
there.
raved.
Yeah,
you got
raved out.
Got some priests there, and you got rolled hard.
I got rolled up.
You
You been rolled by fucking priests or what?
Hell yeah. Glendale Galleria parking lot.
Yeah, because they hang out there.
Right? Tan van in the back with the teardrop window on the back.
Man. Right.
I was skipping there. Are we on? Because I don't know if I should even talk about this, but
Yeah.
I was skipping. I'm a health nut, and I skip. Walking's too boring, and running's too hard on the bicuspid lateroid
Yeah.
collaterals. And, so I skip, and it's just the right blend.
Right.
But no one likes a skipper.
Yeah.
So Bobby,
You know what?
Lee-
You and I, we frolicked together, though.
we've frolicked.
Yeah. Frolicking is good with you.
We've fun frolic
In that meadow.
We found a meadow, Black-Eyed Susie's,
Yeah.
Buttercups, Wild
Mark Meadows'
Daisies,
backyard.
Mark Meadows, yeah.
Chief of staff, Mark
God.
Meadows' backyard. We
Unbelievable.
frolicked there, and we were going to insurrect. Anyway, let's start. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Kutukan ko mo Pakaki Mula kau dapat kami ulubi Mulu kaya
5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome again to the Tiger Belly Party.
Yeah.
And I'm the DJ. Yeah.
What is happening?
And
Bro.
I'm not done.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I have to introduce you. Don't say shit. We got Gilbert in the house with his face.
It's flat.
I didn't say that, man. That's racist toward your own people, man.
My bad.
We got Georgetown. Nothing interesting to say about him. He just. The mic's not even on. That's so fucking sad.
Try to get George? Try to get-
But no, do not. You had this opportunity. The mic wasn't on. It's just a sad moment. And let's just leave it at that, all right? Don't say anything. Say what you're going to say.
The white nothing.
It was worse the second time, George. You gotta say.
Should have kept the first one.
Let that sit, dude. Oh, that hurt. Anyway, Kalila, my best friend, my life partner.
Put it here.
High five. We've got somebody that's ridiculous. I'll tell you why he's ridiculous. Sometimes when he brings me up on stage, he goes, "My son's coming up," and he goes, "Tomorrow morning he's transitioning." Bobby Lee. Sometimes he brings me up as Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Which I like. That's pretty cool.
you do like.
Yeah, I do like it a lot. He's the one guy that sits in the back row of the OR, and you and I do a lot of fucking little play. We play a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll say, "What's up, man?" And you'll say something ridiculous like, where are your corn chips, Husco?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I'll go, I don't know what you mean, Dado.
And you get physical with me a lot. Like you like punch me and pinch me and push me and stuff.
Yeah, I like doing that.
very,
because I get excited to see you.
I know, but I feel like you're testing your perimeters with me.
Yeah,
You
I haven't
think-
gotten sexual though. You know.
No, never. It's
Never.
never sexual. It's just
Yeah.
it's like the way a grizzly bear kind of checks things out. It kind of like a mock charge and it sees.
Wait, grizzly bears do that?
Yeah, a lot of big animals do.
Oh,
a
they
mock
do. They
charge.
mark-
Or if you're at a Golden Corral buffet, sometimes fatties will rush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Mock
Yeah.
charge.
Mock charge. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
The bear reference didn't get me, but the fucking Golden Corral dude, that really got me.
Have you ever been there?
I love it, man.
So good.
I tripped and fell once, face forward into the Brussels sprout. And I came up and they're on my eyes. And someone thought I was an owl freaking out. My eyes popping out. It was really.
That's probably a true story, man.
And they have. Here's the dishes at Golden Corral. They have ribs, like roast beef, mashed potatoes, and an actual bowl of cholesterol, liquefied cholesterol.
Yeah.
Is it the same as like a hometown buffet?
More like a homeless town.
It's like-
Yeah.
Anyway, let's introduce our guest.
Yeah, please.
He brings me up as that. He's been in a bunch of movies. Scene stealers. You're a scene stealer.
Yep, you said it, not me.
yeah. He's done a podcast before when I did Premium Blend. He was the host of the show. It was my first TV spot, one of my first TV spots. And he didn't say hi to me that night because we weren't friends then. But it's only later in life we became friends. And then he's also, I'd like to talk about it, not in detail if you don't want to, but he might have a movie that he's doing that he maybe wants me in.
Yeah, we can,
Yeah?
we can chit chat about
Chit chat about it. And also, can I just say this?
Oh my god.
I love his shirts, and he always makes original shirts for people. I don't know how much they cost. I don't know how long they take, but this one he made, and it says, "I love Tiger Belly."
I
with
love
the
my
tiger.
tiger
I love
belly.
my Tiger Belly, and there's a tiger with a little belly there. And dude, I've wanted one of these shirts for so long. You know that, right?
Yeah,
I've been asking
yeah.
you, dude.
Well, I wanted to wait till sometime special, and this is it. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
draw them right on the shirt.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
That's good.
A lot of Filipinos work in hospice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's wild. The last face most people see before they die is a Filipino.
My mom was a hospice nurse.
Yeah.
And she was a really, really good one. And you're right. Her face.
It's so many.
I mean,
So wild. Think
Yeah.
about that.
No.
60, probably 40 to 60%, I would say, of U.S. Americans, the last face they see.
That makes me think that the Filipinos going like this.
Well, they're
When
just,
you're dying, and you're like, are they doing that?
No, they're just like-
don't look at me, you know?
Well,
They're
you're
like-
not even there looking at them. You're on your way out.
Oh, that's is that what you do?
what if that's how you do when you die? They're like,
Yeah.
I'll say this. He was a nice guy. They're like, did he have any last words? They're just like,
No, he stuck his lizard tongue out like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's just Filipinos just to be like, can I get you anything? Or how
right.
can I help? And then you just disappear into the ether, you know?
Oh wow. I would try to say something crazy.
Go on.
But your brain protects you from the dying, so you're not there anymore.
What do you mean it protects you?
I mean, that's the whole thing with like DMT, right? Like your brain protects you from the trauma of dying.
Ah.
You're just elated. You feel like a level of joy that you
Yeah.
never felt in your entire, that you didn't even imagine could exist.
During the death process.
The death
Yes.
process.
You know, it's so funny. When my dad died, I think that's what I saw.
How did he look?
Like, do you mean like Stevie?
Yeah, he looked just like Stevie. No, he went like I think he tried to smile.
Yeah.
He went like this, right? And he goes,
He took that like
The last breath.
No.
yeah.
You got to jar that bitch up, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And then here's the trauma of it. Not just that, not that. My mom. The wailing. Oof. Oh, it's hard.
Did it immediately kick on?
The wailing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took his last breath, and then you spend a couple of seconds realizing what's going on, and then you realize he's gone, and then my brother,
my
and then my mom's wailing, and then my brother.
How long do you hit your vape right after that?
Oh, I'm vaping then. Oh, yeah, they don't care. And then two wailings, So I couldn't wail.
Yeah.
When you have two people in the room wailing,
Yeah, you can't
You
be the
can't wail.
third
I had to
guy
be the
out.
stoic one.
Yeah.
So I put my glasses. I had glasses on, and I put my hand on the bed like this, and I just stood there weird. Like I couldn't deal with it.
It's so funny to me how like people have different reactions to death. Because when my dad died, same thing. Like we saw him take his last breath. But it was my mom, my sister, and I, and my best friend. But everyone was just quiet. In the corner of my eye, I saw my best friend. My dad had a gangrenous foot at that point because there was no
yeah.
blood perfusion
Oh,
in
Jessica.
that area.
Jessica was.
Yeah, and she had the weirdest reaction, which I will never forget. Like he takes his last breath, or he's about to, and I see her in a corner eye petting his black foot, just his gangrenous foot, and having like a moment, like just between her and this dead foot, and I
And that
just
fucking dark-
started
Yeah, that
laughing.
dark-
Like
Yeah.
it
I
was
would
the
laugh too.
funniest shit ever, but it was like a relief cry laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no wailing.
How old was your dad then?
He was almost 80.
Yeah, I mean that's when they go.
You
right?
got to pet that dark foot, baby.
yeah.
I think you have to.
You have to,
Bro, if I were a black guy, that would be my pickup line.
Yeah.
Who wants to pet
Also,
the
she
dark
was probably
foot?
near it. She was near the black foot.
Well, that was the first thing.
So she has different choices. Like, do we reach in to get a not black area of the body, or just go for the closest thing near you?
Yeah, just be comforting.
yeah.
And there's police officers will say a lot of times you'll see them outside of like a severe crime scene and they'll be laughing because your body sometimes will just do that in order
Yeah,
to make
there's
things
a-
okay. It's why the Joker is how he is.
Yeah, there's for sure a very fine line between like pain and laughter. And I think people who get like tattooed have that same reaction. But when we were in the mortuary and they were telling us like they were giving us options for like where to carry the ashes and stuff, my mom, my sister, and I were like in this like hysterical like laughing fit, and we couldn't figure out why. And it was so fucking sad, but that's just how we coped in that moment.
Were you there when your dad died?
No, I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him. I got some pictures of the last time I saw him. I'll have to try to send you one if I remember.
Okay. But you obviously got a phone call.
Yeah, they said you should come see him, and I went and saw him, and yeah, he was just like laying down, and he like kind of had like his pants were unbuttoned because it like hurt his waist or whatever, you
Right.
know? And yeah, he was just laying there. I don't remember what we said to each other or anything.
Yeah.
And it was at like his other kid's house, and so we didn't really get along with them that great or whatever. So I think I felt weird, kind of. I didn't feel like I don't know how I felt.
Wait, how many kids did he have that outside of?
He had 3 children that were older.
And do you talk to them now or no? Those 3 kids.
No, not really. We never
yeah.
really chatted.
Right.
They were different. They were just different.
But you have siblings with your biological mother too?
Yep, we got 3 siblings.
3 siblings. You talk to them?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're pretty good.
They come to your shows and stuff?
Yeah, they come. They came last time. We had some in Louisiana. They had a nice time.
Oh, cool.
So it was fun. They ask about you sometimes.
Do they really?
Yeah, they say, I want to know about that guy. What is that guy?
What do you mean? People think I'm weird, but do you think I'm weird?
No, I don't think.
No, people go, hey man, you're weird. Like I like Bobby because he's weird. And I can read comments like that. It's like I'll do stuff like that, but that's not. But that's not weird.
Yeah. I don't know what you're like.
Yeah.
I think you're hard to figure out kind of a little bit, but I don't know if it matters if people are hard or easy to figure out. I don't know if you'd want someone that's just easy to figure. I don't know. You're you, man. It's good.
And you're you. Listen, Theo. Good luck on your travels.
What?
yeah. Good luck on your travels. You're going out of the country tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going out.
Yeah.
in
Be nice to
Australia.
Amir. Figure out when you want to send me that number. You don't have to do it right away.
You don't have to call.
You don't have to call.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
Who sings that? Who sings that?
Right
Oh, fuck it. Debbie Gibson.
Oh, Debbie Gibson. That's a
Big star though in her day.
She was.
Do it again.
Cause I'ma be alright.
Beyonce.
Dude, yeah, sometimes I would be on the school bus and like there would be a song that would come on and I would get, it was that running just as fast as you can,
Yeah.
trying to get away.
Oh, like
Into
the
the
song.
night and day,
Put
put
your
your arms around me and we tumble to the ground and then you say, I think we're alone. Now, Tiffany.
That's Tiffany. Or
It would make me so erect on the bus
I love that.
I had to miss my stop because I was like, there's no way.
You know what song was that for a lot of the guys that I grew up with? I don't know who sings it. I think it's like Donna Lewis. I love you always forever. But it was her soft angelic voice that would give him a full erection. So weird.
I could not get off. I was afraid if I get off the bus, I am getting molested out here. And hey, and it'll be my fault. You know?
yeah.
So I would stay on the bus, and sometimes they wouldn't notice it. You'd just be on the fucking bus, and then you'd have to get out at the fucking bus driver's house, and that she lived 12 miles outside of town. Walk to the gas station or whatever, just because you couldn't keep that hammer down, you know?
This song right here, it's a song called White Horse
Oh, yeah.
by Laid
You
Back.
want to ride?
Yeah, this song is from day one. It was in my heart. I mean, it wasn't written yet, but when I listen to the song, it's just it's my life story.
Oh, it's your life story.
It's just when I'm walking around. This song is every movement in my body. It's like there's like a little band in my heart that's singing it.
That's how I feel about Bob Seger, Night Moves.
Can I play it or no?
You know
That's-
who that sounds
Dude,
like?
that is
Is Hot Chip.
Yeah.
Right?
This is from 40 years ago.
I know that
Fuck
song.
Hot Chip.
That is a good vibe, dude. I would love to see you with a lot more, like at a big, like a pretty,
Bar mitzvah.
like a black concert, you know, vibing out at a good.
Yeah, let me ask you about that.
Whoa.
Oh, not black concert.
Whoa.
Let me ask you about that, right? How come? Because I see you're always in games.
UFC.
Games with other people. I want to go too.
Really?
I like fights.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Would you
Next time
go?
there's a game or a fight, I want to go. And then you and Caleb Presley or whatever that guy's name is, wearing like fucking graduation uniforms. I think you've upgraded your friends, dude.
Really?
Let's be honest.
Well, I don't think that's true, man.
Yeah, invite me.
Yeah?
Who's
Yeah.
your MySpace top 5 right now?
MySpace top 5?
Yeah.
One, probably. Who is one? God, it's so hard, huh?
I'll tell you my one. Kalila.
Wow.
2, Andrew
Kalila.
Santino.
Oh, okay.
Got to put Andy in there.
Yeah.
3, Gene Hong.
There you go. That makes sense.
Ji Hong. Oh, is that
Yeah.
a man or woman?
Both.
Okay.
Transitioning. Number 4, I think dumbfounded, John Park.
Dude, I love John Park, and I can't believe you didn't invite me. Let me.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Uh-huh.
didn't invite me to
Last
John
night?
Park's birthday, yeah.
I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah, why don't you say something?
You played the Wiltern.
Yeah. And when I got done, I didn't have
No.
any friends.
No.
Oh.
Our dinner was when you were headlining the Wiltern Theater.
Okay.
So how in the fuck am I going to invite you?
But you said the dinner was 4 hours long.
I know, but at 3 hours in, I'm not going to go. I'll tell you why. Can I? Why?
Thank you.
Can I tell you why? I don't have your number.
There it was.
Okay.
I would have.
Very
I don't have your fucking number.
Very
Touche to you, fuckface.
fair, very fair. Well, happy belated birthday to him. I love that. I love him, and I'm glad he's still alive too.
Okay. Well, give Theobald a round of applause, everybody.
We're done.
We're done.
Ay makabulol Purong kaya madumdumnamin bombola Sukumuki ay tuito Sukuluki-muki sa laman Fitang bukugani ay makabulol Purong kaya madumdumnamin bombola Sukumuki ay tuito
Don't be mad. If you had free reign and you could just go out into the dating pool again, do you think that the caliber of women now would be so much better than it was when
can't-
you first met me? Be honest.
You're smirking.
Well, you're smirking. Be honest.
What do you mean the caliber?
You told me that when we first started dating, it was
is getting
slim
uncomfortable.
pickings, slim pickings a little bit. I mean, there were some cuties for sure, but I mean, like there weren't
I wasn't
like
unfuckable. I mean,
no.
yeah.
But you're,
I mean, I had. Okay. Here's what it is, right? I would back then before I met you, right? Road gash,
What's road gas?
right? When you go on the road,
Yeah.
right? That's what
Road-
we used to call them. That's not my term.
Okay.
I mean, I would.
Highway honeys.
Yeah.
Highway
Yeah.
honey.
I would smash road gash, right?
Yeah.
And that's anyone at the club,
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
And I had been in relationships. We know Sarah, you know what I mean? So, right?
Yeah.
And she was a comic, right?
Yeah.
And so, where you're asking me if I was single now, no.
You're not going to hurt my feelings.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, I
Answer
promise.
Your answer changes.
But,
I said I wouldn't.
but I'm going to preface this, though. All right?
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. I'm going to preface this, though, right?
Yeah.
You're never allowed to bring this back up.
You have my word.
All right. You never, right?
Promise.
Wow, the Josh Peck.
Don't do it. You're never going to use it against me or bring it back up.
Yeah, promise.
All right. There is a knight in shining armor element to it.
What do you mean?
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Please expound.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you know, we might have to cut this out. I might have to cut this out. Flag this. No, forget it. I don't even want to expand.
Say it.
No, you have to now.
Right,
Try your best.
Try your best.
knight in shining, you know, there is a fantasy of going out with somebody that's like not at all from LA, right? Someone,
Okay.
all right, someone who's
Scottsdale.
no, not Scottsdale. You know what I mean? More like Dayton,
Like a farm girl.
like Dayton, Ohio.
who would be so in awe of LA and the actors. That's what people
Ah.
But
Wow,
but they're
Paquito Moss.
Yes.
What is this? Paquito Moss?
yeah. Like where they would eat Paquito Moss and go, "Is this a Michelin star restaurant
Right.
that I read about in the books?" You know what I mean?
The Grove is like a small city within a city.
Yeah, that
So
right.
basically someone with stars in their eyes.
Yeah. Like at the movie, they have caramelized popcorn. You know what I mean?
Caramelized.
I've only seen this in the movies,
Yeah.
right? Like stuff like that.
No,
right?
I get it.
Right, and I could teach them about Golden Goose.
Oh my god!
$500, Bobby? Really?
yeah, that. You know what I mean? Just a little. You know what I mean?
Knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that. You're not allowed to bring this back up. Look,
I have a dad who probably did that with my mother and produced 2 children. So there's hope for you, my friend.
all right, I feel hostility. I feel some hostility coming out and some anger. Right? You asked me a question.
Yeah.
I was being real. And I'm not saying that I think about that all the time, but I have,
Literally, though, that was not the answer to my question. You willingly gave that information that is not related to the question I asked.
yeah, you asked me, would I go
The caliber, and then
the
you
caliber.
said, "I want."
Yeah, and I
who
said,
doesn't
no.
know what caramelized popcorn.
Yeah, but you're right. I know. I'm just saying. I'm refuting because I'm not going to go. If I ever was, which I don't think it's ever going to happen because I love you so much, but in a alternate reality, because I just saw Doctor Strange, so there's multiverse.
Multiverse. Yeah.
In a multiverse, right, situation, right? I like because when I'm shooting a show like Sex and the City, right? Even the background and just people are fancy on the show, right? And it's like it that show betrays a lifestyle that I'm not privy to. Okay, so and I just can't measure up to fancy in that way. You know what I mean? I don't drink wine, right? I like truffle, but it's like I don't know the varieties of truffle. I don't know how it's made. You know what I mean?
Like you like caviar, but you don't know the different types.
I don't know.
caviar.
Yeah, like when I went to the Bull in the Alley in Tulsa, I would go, yeah, the caviar.
Yeah.
Right? And they would come in a little thing like this, and I go, I think this is fancy.
Sure.
Right? It tasted great. You know what I mean?
What would Dayton girl think of glue thumbs?
Wow, that's interesting.
I've never seen that much Elmer's.
In thumb form?
How impressed would she be of that? Look, your glue wall.
Yeah, right.
What?
So,
You see it?
Where? Show me.
Right there. That's a whole. That's a whole wall of glue.
we used to have all the glue,
Yeah.
but I used them all. But you're right. You know what? Here's the thing. All right. If you ask any of my girlfriends before, right, about Elmer's glue, they don't know anything about it. Do you know why?
Why?
You're the most comfortable person that I can show all that stuff to. I'm being real.
I wish I wasn't, though. You know what I mean?
I get it. You can't get too comfortable.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
It's like.
You're right. Maybe I fucked up.
Babe, look at
You
this
fart?
ball of fucking fungus. Let's slice it open together.
Do
I'm
it.
like, nah.
Yeah.
You openly fart?
He
front-
does, and I don't in front of him. No.
Can't
You
do
have.
it.
You can't either.
No, you can't do it. I could, but I don't. I did once when I got my wisdom teeth out and I was on Vicodin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we were pretty new. We were together 2 or 3 years, but we were still pretty pristine, good Irish Catholic girl. Like, held
Yeah.
it together. And then I was laying in bed, we're watching Ridiculousness because it's a show I watch when I'm sick. And,
Yeah.
and it just was like, and I looked at her and I was like, I farted.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. I'm like, we break up now.
yeah.
And she's like, no, I have a brother. It's okay. Like,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
things happen. But when I'm not on narcotics, I
Where
seem to be
you
able to
really
hold it
do
back.
hold it?
Yeah, I'll go to another room. I'm sure she can hear it from the other room. My son and I get a big kick out of farting in front of each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I just think the mere act of that I try to be more than 15 feet away from her means a lot.
Let me ask you this: if she farted in front of you, has she ever?
Yeah.
And does it turn you off?
No.
Then what's the problem?
So you're self-conscious.
Because it's a it's a microaggression.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel heard
Yeah, I see.
It
you.
is a
I see you.
microaggression.
because I do believe in total like openness and wanting to just, I want to know every single, I want to know all your juices or whatever. But to me, that kills like the sexual feeling. Like, and that's just me. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but it does chip away at that sexual like kind of hunger I have for you because I'm constantly thinking of your wet, juicy farts. And
You don't have to use the adjective.
Juicy.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it now. I'm a little turned on.
yeah. You know what? It's an interesting point, and I think you're right. And I will be more mindful about that.
yeah,
But it's almost too late because you've listened to all the varieties of farts.
But-
Every dry, wet. You've heard all
But
of them.
when you leave town and you come back, it's always a new slate for me. And I kind of get a little excited. You come in with your suitcase. I look at you. I'm like, I like the way he dresses. Like,
yeah. Oh, I
I'm
see. A
attracted to
reset.
that person. And it's like, brah! And I'm like,
right.
oh, no.
You know what? You're right. I think you're right. So thank you so much, Josh Peck,
Anytime.
for bringing this fucking thing up. Right. So are you mad about the
No, not at all.
all the
But
yeah.
will I remember it forever?
Yeah.
Yes.
You will?
Yeah, because I just, that's just, tomo nota. I always take notes,
I always say that.
So what? You take notes?
Tomo nota.
Toba nota. Yeah. I knew I shouldn't have said it then.
No, I'm never going to use it again.
I know,
Oh
but
my
it's
God.
in your head now.
But look, that is also just a fantasy.
You're nuts.
That's just a fantasy.
it's nothing.
Do you know what I fantasize
And that's
about?
nothing with my my fantasies go crazy.
Being cummed into by 10 men.
Different than a wink.
A lot
than a wing.
different.
Different
than a
than
wing.
dating.
yeah.
Different than dating.
Different than dating.
Yeah.
It's a little different. Yeah.
Call the episode different than dating.
yeah, different than dating. That's a little different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
see, that
yeah,
is
yeah.
such a natural, normal thought process to have. If you didn't have
Do you
those-
have fantasies?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm normal.
Just give me one normal one. yeah.
It's like when people get super kinky, it's like, cool, whatever your thing is.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
the thing is like, I had sex with myself for so long.
Right.
I practiced for so long by myself.
Yeah.
That the fact that there's just someone there who wants to,
Yeah.
engage in it with me, that's novelty enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have I was raised with a skewed sense of sex. You mean not because of the molestation, but because of maybe that. But
Wait, just to defend you, most people are and were, especially most people are.
right, okay. But I had a friend named. He's still my friend. I still talk to him, and his dad had porn stashed around his house, right? But he would hide because he had kids, and me and at the ages of 13, 14 years old would just scour through when his dad was at work to find the porn, and we would jerk off to it, right? But it's like, I don't know if that was like, and this is a lot, you know what I mean? I don't think that was healthy, you know?
No, and our friend Asa Akira, she's a beautiful porn star, but she has a really good point about young kids, like coming across porn. Like, you as a parent have that responsibility to explain what porn is, not to just have your kids watch it without any guidance as to, hey, that's actually not real life. That's actually not how sex goes. That's actually not how intimacy goes. Because if you don't do that, you will have kids with a very warped idea about sex.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know why we're going into this direction.
But that's like an interesting
We were having fun and it was light. And now we're talking about like real stuff.
I mean, I wish my wife got more jealous.
Oh, really?
I remember once we were in Paris. This sounds cooler than I am, but we were in Paris at Paris Fashion Week. I was doing social media for L'Oreal.
Wow.
And I just proposed to my wife the day before. So we're in France. I'm like, we're going to do it up. This is great. And I don't know whether one of the supermodels thought I was handsome or like had some sixth warped sense that I was newly engaged. And so she wanted me.
Were you wearing a suit?
Yes.
Yeah, you look nice.
I looked aight.
Yeah.
I was doing aight.
Yeah.
I had just played John Stamos' son on a TV show that got canceled. I was crushing.
yeah.
And so I remember, and like she made a bit of a show of it that she thought Joshy Boy was cute. And I'm like looking at my wife being like, all right, start getting crazy.
Yeah.
Like take your rings off, show this girl what's up. She loved it. She thought it was hilarious.
Because she knows you're hard.
And I think she
Is
thought,
securely attached.
yeah, and just like
healthy.
the actuality of that actually going through, like, Josh, you're not going to date some international supermodel.
I know.
I'm not going to lose you to her. Like maybe a really cute like pharmacy tech at CVS, but not.
Let's go to that direction. So
Supermodel.
even if you and I were single,
Please.
right? We're at Paris Fashion Week, right? Wearing suits, right? You're doing a show with John Stamos, right? And
You got glue thumbs.
I got glue thumbs, but I'm also like maybe doing like I'm the lead of a Southwest Airlines industrial commercial,
Sure.
right? That's very popular on YouTube, and we meet two supermodels that are on the runway, right? And they're a little drunk, they have to be, and they're like hitting on us, right? I don't know what to do after that.
Me either.
No, what would we do?
We would talk for too long, and the night would get too long.
You and I would talk too long
We
about
would talk
our plan.
to them too long.
Ah, right.
We would talk for too long.
We would have to be. I would have to whisper to you. Let's get more aggressive. We're talking too long. This is 4 hours of talking about. You know what I mean? Skyrim. You know what I mean?
Skyrim?
Yeah, we're explaining to what Skyrim is. You know what I
The
mean?
difference between PS3 and 4 is it's the CPU core.
I
Right.
have a question for you both.
Wasn't there, but you know, my mom she was a gangster, man. She handled everything. I never felt like I was lacking a father figure because she just handled there was no lack of love in the house. Every day it was like, you know, big hugs, big kisses on the forehead. I love you. Let's go get something to eat. What do you need? She gave me my own room. We had a 1-bedroom apartment and she let me have the room by myself. And I'm just like, are you kidding? Like later on in life, I'm like, what the hell? Like she did so much. So my father wasn't in the picture up until December.
Whoa.
Yeah, December. We did a show in Mexico, and a cousin of mine reached out, said, "Hey, you know, I'm here having dinner with your dad," and I'm like, "Oh,
And you hadn't seen him for how long?
15 years."
Wow.
15 years ago plus, he had a friend in L.A. who brought him out to the Comedy Magic Club to see me perform. And it was crazy because I'm backstage, and Richard, the manager at the club, comes up to me and he goes, "Gabe, listen, there's a guy in the crowd, and he's telling people he's your dad." I'm like, "Oh, great, another one that wants money or tickets, right? All right, what does he want? Do we give him a DVD?" That's back then. So he goes, "Yeah, the guy's being he's being very, like, insisting." And I'm like, "Really?" I go, "Come on, Richard. How long you know me?"
Yeah.
It's somebody just being, you know, an ass. So after the show was over, I was outside doing a meet and greet. And so people were coming up to me and they're like, "Hey, will you sign this or sign, you know, and take pictures and stuff like that." And sure as shit, my manager at the time, Pat Buckles was my manager at the time. She comes up to me. She goes, "Gabe, there's a guy in the back claiming to be your dad. He's waiting in line to meet you. And I'll just be honest with you. The eyes. It's the eyes. It's, trust me." And I my heart dropped. And I still had to finish my meet and greet. And I'm like, "Oh my God, how..." He's holding a DVD in the line. You know, it's like, what am I going to write on the freaking DVD? Hey, how you been? You know?
Yeah. So once you saw him, did you know?
You know what? I told her to tell him, "Look, right now it's not good. He's working." And he understood that. So we got his info, and we actually had dinner with him the next night at the Comedy Magic Club. Richard set it up for me. We had a nice little meeting. We sat down, and we just,
And previous to
we
that, you
talked.
hadn't seen him since you were a child.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So, it was funny because he made the joke that, because I made fun of him being the guy in the Tapatio bottle because he was a mariachi.
Yeah,
when my
yeah,
mom,
yeah.
when I said, Mom, you got any pictures of my dad?
Yeah.
And my mom was like, he looks like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So, anyways, I had all those uncomfortable, questions and answers 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just lost touch with them.
And what was that like, that first meeting or that first dinner? Like,
It was very conflicting because I had always been upset, but I didn't know why I was upset. Everybody made me feel like my dad not being there automatically meant that, if for some reason he were to try to come back into the picture, no, forget this dude. He was never there. But
Yeah.
again, I never got a clean explanation from my mom. It was more so emotional. And I'm not, and you're taught, don't question your parents back then. You don't, this is how it is, and that's it. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
There was no back and forth. So everything my mom said, I just took it. And it wasn't until I had a chance to talk to my dad and work through issues at that dinner. And so, and keep in mind, it was a little bit more challenging because he only spoke English and my Spanish was, fuck,
Oh, he only spoke Spanish, you mean?
He only spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
And my Spanish was still like, it was, if I could order food, but I couldn't, I couldn't have like a meaningful
get
conversation.
emotionally deep.
Yeah, so I had my girlfriend with me who was very fluent, so she was very helpful in getting the conversation going.
Yeah.
And, helping out.
Were some of those questions answered, do you think?
You know what? Yes, because I had so much hatred for my dad, but I didn't know why again. And so knowing that, now I see it differently because I see it through the eyes of an entertainer. I see now like, wow, okay. All right. I think about my mom and my mom hooking up with somebody that's an entertainer. They're traveling, they're working every night. They're on stage. The attention, the back and forth, and I'm like, yeah, I think my mom might have,
Yeah.
yeah. So I kind of just like, you know what, the past is the past. I get it. I'm good. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for explaining to me, and we're good. I was good.
Yeah.
I didn't stay in touch with him though because he was in fact a stranger to me. I'm
Right.
just like, we look the same, and
Yeah.
if I need a kidney, fuck, I'll call you. But
Yeah.
But did you see like real similarities, like his mannerisms or the way he spoke or his cadence?
you know
Was
what?
it, like,
Super charismatic. You could tell he carries himself. It's almost regal the way he carries himself.
Interesting.
And he's not sloppy. He's very much like, no, and very much like, he's old school. The guy's 80 years old now.
Wow.
And even now when you talk to him, he's again very charismatic. He knows how to take a table and just start talking to everyone, and he's super engaging. So I can see why my mom was like, she got all.
Did they have other kids or no?
Yes, he had 2 daughters, and I met them in December. So the thing was,
Wow.
my cousin reached out and I says, "Look, this is awkward for me. I'm done with that chapter. I didn't stay in touch." But then when I found out I had 2 sisters, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a chance. You can see that earlier in the conversation talking about wanting a kid. This was already after that kid thing and the dog thing. And let me try to find something real to attach myself to.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so I invited him to come out to the show in Mexico City on the condition that he brought my sisters.
Whoa.
And then I also have nieces. So it was like all these people that showed up.
Family. You didn't.
Yeah. So it was really, really cool. And they were super nice. And the fact that I approached them, not them approaching me, made all the difference in the world because it wasn't like them, because I get a lot of people saying they're family members and they just want money.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need
yeah.
help. And I'm an Iglesias. I had one cousin who actually had Iglesias tattooed on his arm right here. And
Yeah.
Pulled it up like hey, look, we're related, same name. I'm like, oh, come on, bro.
Yeah. And then, so they came backstage.
So also, no, we actually sat down and had a nice dinner, and we talked, and I told him, I go, I feel like I'm a lot more mature, and I feel like we can have a real conversation now versus back then where it was all emotional. And it was very, very cool. It was very, very friendly. It was very positive. There was no arguing. There was no all the what the fucks. Sorry, I don't mean to do it like Mencia. What the fuck? All the
Yeah.
what the hells.
Yeah.
we're already gone by that point, and it was just nice to connect.
What a sweet fucking thing, man.
And so we hung out, had multiple dinners while I was there in town. They came to the show, and so it was nice. I have not stayed in touch, and I think that's out of fear because I don't know. You know, the guy's now 80. My sisters have their own lives,
Yeah.
but I just don't know because there's so much going on in my life where I feel like so many people we were close, and now they're on the outside, and I'm like, am I good or bad in their lives? You know, and so
Yeah, it's a complex situation, dude. You know, and but it's still beautiful, man. You know, I'm so happy for you in that way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, I would want to know, and I would want to know those things as well. You know what I mean? And I mean, for me, it's like, I don't know. I got goosebumps when we were talking about it, man. It's fucking amazing, dude.
yeah. So all those, you know,
Do you do it in Spanish in Mexico City, or you pretty quickly, right? What I find mesmerizing about you is that when I found out that you got Undateable,
Yes.
it was like almost as if it was like my it was my 9/11. It was my 9/11. Yeah, it was my 9/11.
But what was 9/11 for you before that?
Shocking.
Oh,
yeah.
so it was another 9/11.
Yeah, it was another.
The
yeah.
real 9/11
The
was
real
the
was you
first
getting
9/11.
Undateable.
You're the second 9/11.
Right, yeah, right.
So it was another.
It was the kind of feeling of like, what, the world isn't right.
right. People are dying.
It's crazy. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then I did some investigating. Who did he blow?
What investigating? What?
Who'd
How
you
you got the
blow?
show?
Yeah.
Who did he blow?
who did he blow?
Right. Did he blow Robert Greenblatt, the president of NBA? I don't know, right? But then I realized, right, that I did some investigating, and the first two things you auditioned for, you got almost, right? The first one, what was the first thing you auditioned for in terms of a show?
It was called The Assistants.
And did you get the show, or did you went test?
No, I
for it?
tested for it.
Right. So imagine going out for your first pilot, right? You probably, because you had not done anything before that, had to do a cattle call kind of a thing where you had to do a casting director. You didn't go straight to producers, right?
It was a casting director
And then they got called back
that day. It was a callback that day.
that day. Okay, so
Yeah.
you got called back that day, right?
Yeah.
And then you tested for it. You didn't get it. The second thing that you auditioned for was Undateable, and you got it.
I nailed it. Yeah.
I know you nailed it, but don't you? Does that? Hey,
That's
Gilbert,
like-
does that?
A very unlikely story. Where are you
That
from?
never-
Rick?
that
Did
never
you just
happens.
move here and
But
it happened?
I have a theory though. Why?
Why it happened on him?
Because we've talked about it. I've talked about it with a bunch of comics, right?
Cleveland.
What?
I just want to be respectful of every. I want to take my compliments, but while also acknowledging.
Yeah.
What's Cleveland?
Sorry, I interrupted.
What is Cleveland?
Where are you
That's where I
from?
was from.
Yeah, I interjected. I did a mild, a very sneaky interjection. I asked a question while you were giving him praises, and then he answered
I waited
while
for a
receiving
pause,
the
yeah.
praises.
All right.
That's how you book shows, by the way. You do your scene. Somebody in the back sneezes. You wait for a pause. Bless you. You go back to the scene.
You acknowledge everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
But what? And I've talked to Dalia and a bunch of people about it. You know how you got the show, and it's you. The consequences, or because when I go into a show and audition, right, I go, oh my god, this is not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's all the cards are stacked against me, right? This is 1 in a million. All those negative thoughts, right? But this kid has always been he doesn't have those kind of thoughts. He has an idea of what he wants, and he just does it. Like this podcast that you have. You're just that type of person. Like, you're relentless asking me. I mean, I could read our text messages.
Yeah, read it.
Yeah. Take.
I mean,
but don't read all of them. Read.
I'm going to read all of them.
No, don't read the private stuff.
There's no private
No,
There's no private in
Just,
here.
you know, if you want to read the stuff, hey, congratulations moving to the neighborhood. Do you want to go to Mendocino Farms? Do you want to take a walk? I hope everything's okay.
That's my next question.
Yeah.
Why every time I go to Mendocino Farms, you're there?
Maybe I'm just, this is coffee and Bobby was saying nice stuff to me, but that you said that feels like such a compliment. I didn't even know you knew who I was.
I always see you there, and I always run.
May I start this?
So many.
May I start this?
Cleveland.
Yeah, start it.
Sorry, baby.
Cleveland.
May I start this?
I was addicted to the, you find certain things,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, that's where I go for 2 months.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
there was a few month section where I was there like four times a week. They even put my podcast on their fan of the day board, and it was
Hello.
so maybe you've seen
Cuckoo
that.
Kaka. Here. Hello.
Cleveland.
Okay. May I start this?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. That's not our text messages.
Let me see.
What is that?
Yes, it starts here.
Don't go that far.
I want to go far. We'll cut it out if it's too long.
Get the
Okay.
date. What's the date on?
Well, just go back to the last like
Goes-
few months.
Okay, this go. No, I don't want to.
Well, where are you going
October-
back for?
This is
From?
my podcast.
October what?
26th.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay.
You're not going to skip anything.
No, I'm not. I want to read it all the way through. Hello, Bobby. Can you help me shine? That's. Hello, Bobby. Can you help me shine?
I love this guy.
And I can help you shine.
Interesting proposal.
My response, I swear to God, who? Right? And now there's a,
Please screen
an
share that.
essay. There's an essay.
I
here.
want to read that. I want to hear that.
Me and you. Shining. Podcast. Come over. Have me over. Give me advice. Let's write a sketch. Let's talk about life. Meet my new girlfriend. Make jokes about your penis and that get embarrassed because you feel like a hack.
Did I really write? Is
Yeah.
that real? Did I write that?
Yeah. Let me buy you
man.
Mendocino Farms.
It just. This is why I booked.
Sponsored by them?
because they give me free food.
No, I don't.
And then you go, the last thing you say is, talk to you in December. Right. The next one is, that was on October 26th. This is October 28th.
2 days later.
Yeah. And then this is your dad. You just now, I have not returned any of those, by
course.
the way. Right. Your next one is your dad giving you a text, and then you're telling me what your dad said.
Screenshot of
Right.
that. Yeah.
I am watching Bobby Lee to a lead guest role in Magnum PI. He's good.
Yeah, my dad talks to me about seeing you on there a
Yeah.
lot.
And then
Whenever
you
he
go,
sees
my
a friend of
dad.
mine.
No response from me.
You're right.
Here's another one from you. No
When?
response.
that's
November
like-
November 5th now.
Okay, so we're about a week and a half out.
Yeah. I'm going to record 8 mini holiday episodes to be released one at a time during 8 nights of Hanukkah.
The 8 Nights of Taiso. That's where you've seen some of these guests. You
Fantastic.
could check.
I'm
those
going
out
to
at
decorate my
ricklassman.com.
apartment full holiday style. I want them all be previous guests of my podcast. Would you be one of them? Come over for 20 minutes, in and out, thinking I'm going to record them this month so I can edit them over Thanksgiving holiday. And then no response from me.
Jeez.
November 21st, right? What? You just do a handshake, you know what I mean? Right? Here we go, December 8th. No response by me. Would you mind forwarding me who you get your merchandise from? Not the design, but the manufacturer printer? Nothing. December 18th.
I'm feeling really. I'm feeling really like. I think I don't know for sure what the feeling is. I think it's embarrassed.
I know, that's fine. We're going to talk about it.
I think I feel
We
embarrassed.
might cut through all this because it might be dead air, but
No.
I just need to
it's
I
okay.
just want to read through it.
I feel like you shouldn't be embarrassed.
No,
you should be embarrassed.
I'm
that he-
embarrassed.
No,
that
no,
he
I
left
feel
you hanging like that.
I'm embarrassed that I consciously made the decision to keep talking to you.
I know. But let me finish them. All right. Now here we go. December 18th. Hey, Bobby.
You also read it like.
I met
Like
your
it's
brother
sad.
yesterday, and he filled me in on how hard of a time you all been having.
Sweet, very sweet.
Very nice.
I feel bad. I've
Sincere.
talked with you about pod stuff and didn't pick up on any of the obstacles you were having.
Good guy.
This is a very good angle.
Good guy.
That's what I liked about it. The shift
Angle?
in tone because you're trying different angles.
You think there's
right?
it's being crafted.
Congrats on your move to. Hope you're well. Oh, it's so sad. If you're up for getting food sometime,
Mendocino Farm.
no podcast stuff. I'd love to see you and kick it. Oh, I should have responded to that, but I didn't. January 7th.
Next year?
January 7th now. Yeah.
Okay.
That's this.
This is
get-
2020 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2020 now. Let's get lunch. You live so close to me. Right? Nothing.
Yeah.
January 15th. Literally nothing. No response.
Oh my God! It's just
Yeah, it's just all him.
Yeah.
That's what I love about him. My girlfriend just texted me that your girlfriend is in her
Yeah, this
yoga
is when it
class
was.
right now. Here we go. Should I ask my girlfriend to try and network with your girlfriend in an attempt to get all 4 of us to go to Mendocino?
Are you sponsored by them? What?
Nothing. No response. I feel so shitty. I feel bad. But I'm going to keep reading.
Yeah.
January 21st. And then why? Clap.
Why?
Not the clap, you know what I mean? What do you call it?
Oh, like
emoji?
Like when people,
Yeah.
why aren't you?
yeah. Why not write me back? See, he does a clap.
Putting his
right?
foot down. You're putting your
Yeah.
foot
There's
down.
emotion there now.
So now, March 7th.
Yeah.
It
Which,
goes-
by the way, people who didn't pick up
Pre-lockdown.
on, this is a week before Pi Day.
So January 21st, now March 7th. Bobby, come take your shoes off again next week. Oh, I can't read what I just read here.
Okay.
I can't.
I don't know what it is, but
I'm gonna cut that out.
Is it something embarrassing for me or for you?
It's embarrassing. it's embarrassing for you.
What could it be?
I can't do it. I don't want to do it.
He has his.
Yeah, I'll tell you later after the podcast.
He
I'll tell you
has
what it is.
his.
He has the same.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. It's a conversation I don't want to have right now.
I respect that.
It's a conversation I don't want to have right now.
But you know what it is, and I don't, and I want to have that.
You want to cut it out then?
Yeah.
No.
I'll just say it now and then just cut
Okay,
it out.
yeah.
Ping this, all right?
Yeah.
Ping it right here.
I said, this is okay. I want to just say how rude I am.
Okay.
Oh, I know why you're not saying why you're not talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'll just say it.
Well, no. I'll explain why you're not going to say it by just this way. It's something that is not embarrassing for either of us. I mean,
No, but
it just shouldn't be talked about.
Dear God, give me the phone.
I said
Oh, correct.
correct.
Yeah. But if you want to know more, head on over to rickglassman.com
Yeah.
for the answers.
Let me finish this, okay? So
Good call. Good call. Good call.
March 8th. Want to get coffee? You live so close, and I have 2 friends. Thinking about going to the farmer's market. March 8th. You just sent me a photo of Mendocino Farms. Oh my God. Hey, Bobby. How have you AJK been? What does that mean?
What?
How AJK?
Translation, Rick.
Asian Jewish kind.
You guys isolating? It's scary out there. Are you guys still recording? Checking
How
in
have
about
you,
323
AJK
date.
been?
I'm scheduled with Tiger
How about
Belly.
the U and K bin? How
Curious
have you
about the
and K
logistic.
been?
It just keeps going and going and going.
Hey, listen, Rick.
You sent me photos of us. You sent photos of us together.
Very sweet.
So I feel. I want to apologize real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So by reading that, no, honestly, put your phone down. By reading all that,
Be a little less aggressive on your apologies. Go ahead.
I think that's the reason why I don't respond to you.
I see.
It's that attitude. Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm dealing with?
Interesting. Has it always been like this with you two?
So Bobby doesn't respond to people. Is that fair, or is it just me?
No, it's
I don't take it
everyone. It's across
personally.
the board.
Yeah, I don't take it
The only
personally.
person that he responds to is Paul Banks.
Shout out to Paul Banks, by the way. He'll put his Instagram handle up here.
He needs.
So Bobby once told me at the Comedy Store, I'd like to give Bobby a compliment now. Nobody thinks Bobby's funny. I don't mean you're not interesting. Nobody finds you particularly funny. And you and I had a conversation.
What?
No, I was joking. You're very funny. You're one of the funniest.
No, let's be sincere.
Yeah.
If we're gonna fucking do this,
Yeah, you're right.
We're gonna fucking
You're right.
do this.
It's hard to
It's
navigate.
fucking
It's
real.
hard to you have to appreciate. It's hard to navigate. I'm literally looking at you through a glass.
I understand that, but
We're performing while also
not
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I've known you for over a decade, Bobby.
Yeah.
I still haven't met you.
Wow.
wow.
And now that
we're
doesn't
at the-
mean I don't love to play with you. My language is play. But a lot of times people don't know when you're joking, when you're serious. To me, it's all the same. So you and I sit in that pocket well, but then every now and then when I make a joke that you think it's not good timing, I think, no, you're right. But also, I don't know. I'm scared, Bobby. I want to do well with you, with the audience, while also connecting, because it's not like we could ever go to fucking lunch, because anytime I ask you, you ignore me.